Okay, so we're here with Ed Oakes, Tim Wallen and Chris Kranz from Sysdig. Welcome guys. Let's start with just a little intro from each of you about who you are and what you do for Sysdig and a little bit about your previous experience. So Tim, do you want to kick off?
Absolutely. So yeah, Tim Wallen, Regional Sales Director for UK and Ireland at Sysdig. My role really is the commercial head to run the region. Previous experience is very much on the security side of things, so big tier 1 vendors as well as some startups in the space, but mostly on the network security side as well as some of the host security side. I came into the space because it's definitely going to be a huge growth area in the market. Everything's going more to, or has gone more towards the cloud and to DevOps in particular on the application development side. So there's a huge opportunity in this space right now to innovate in this area, and I see Sysdig as that innovator.
Okay, great. And over to you, Chris.
Yeah, sure. I'm Chris Kranz. I'm one of the senior SEs covering all of EMEA. I spend a lot of time with these guys, kind of supporting them from the technical side. So I guess my background is a little bit, or quite a lot of traditional infrastructure world, things like VMware and storage and all those sort of things. And probably 5 or 6 years ago, similar to what Tim was saying there, kind of saw the fact that everyone's moving to cloud. And I kind of spent a bit of time on the customer side, working for a couple of dot-coms. I worked for one of the UK's kind of main payment providers, and helping kind of with that DevOps shift from traditional, we've got to have some big hardware in data centers to power everything and keep everything up and online, to lots of really little components all over the place that should fail all the time. They're designed to fail all the time. So moving into Sysdig and then actually giving people that visibility into stuff failing all the time is absolutely fine. But you want to make sure that what you're delivering to your users is not failing all the time. And that's a combination of all those services put together, just designed in that way. So that's what kind of drew me to Sysdig. Is giving that visibility and kind of completing that kind of DevOpsy collaboration and being able to get that visibility into what's going on.
Okay, and you've been with Sysdig for how long now?
Not long, so about 3 months.
Ah, and you're enjoying it?
Absolutely. Great.
Okay, and Ed, over to you.
My name is Ed Oakes, and my responsibility is basically for commercial business in Europe. So I run the European part of Sysdig, and my main remit in life is to give the support and make sure these guys and everyone else in the team in Europe has everything they need to actually win some business and help Sysdig grow.
Sell stuff.
That's it. Exactly.
Everybody's main job, sell stuff. Okay, good. Well, I mean, welcome to the first of our podcasts. Really, we'd just like to dig a bit deeper into how Sysdig works and how it improves the user experience and the performance of customers that use it to monitor and manage and secure their containers, and really just to find out a bit about what the unique selling points are. What is it that really makes customers stay awake at night, and how do you resolve those challenges for them? So, any of you want to sort of take the floor?
Yeah, I'll kick off. I think it'd be interesting to kind of understand what our customers' problems are before I let Chris wow you with more technical detail. So what we've discovered through talking to our enterprise customers and prospects over the last 18 months, 2 years, is everyone wants to move to a platform. They want to develop a framework to run their CI/CD pipeline from start to finish and modernize all of their applications so that they're more efficient, cheaper to run, and easier to develop. So breaking them up into smaller component parts so we don't have to write huge monolithic code stacks anymore, so we just update what we need when we need it. If you take something like Netflix, they're doing tens of thousands of code releases a day, right? Instead of one a month or one a quarter, like a traditional software company. So with that in mind, they need something that's very agile, very flexible, and very together. So this concept of containers came up, where effectively you're virtualizing even further the hardware stack, so you have a small service running in a very discrete area on your Linux host, and that interoperates with lots of other containers, and they could be on the same host, they could be in the cloud, in different clouds, in bare metal infrastructure. So this concept then grew up of an orchestrator, So let's something like Kubernetes or Red Hat's version of Kubernetes, Pivotal, so on and so forth, Docker EE, then schedule those workloads to the most appropriate time where the resources are. And containers are very ephemeral. They might last for days or seconds. So they do their job and they go away.
Right.
So that's where the efficiency is driven, right, and in terms of the resourcing. So what our customers have found is that they have built these platforms or are building these platforms, and it's a new set of challenges. Traditional tooling doesn't work, either in monitoring, security, the traditional orchestration tools for the network. Pretty much nothing works the same or gives the degree of accuracy and fidelity that they had before. So they're going a little bit blind. It's kind of a build it, they will come, and we don't know what the problems are until we've built it. So it's a struggle for them. So now they need to give assurance to their application development team that this works and this is going to get to market on time. So how do they do that? How do they attract people to the platform as a service that has? And that's proved their biggest challenge. So they've had some early adopters, they've moved some of the traditional legacy applications over. Things that are new generally get written for the platform, but take a big bank, for example, they've got tens of thousands of applications running on a huge bare metal servers in a data center somewhere. How do we get those over onto the platform and realise those cost advantages? So that's really been the scope of their issue, and in doing that in a secure, orderly, auditable way that appeases all the legislation they've got to meet and the compliance standards they have to meet. It really is a minefield because the traditional, as I said, the traditional tools and information security guidelines don't necessarily always meet what the technology is capable of. So they have to be fudged, and new standards are coming up with CIS and Docker all the time to help them manage that. But they really are moving at such a huge pace, way faster than VMware and that kind of adoption curve. It's going very, very quick. There's lots of new vendors in the space all the time, and you can see that their heads are being turned with new technologies, where they go and how do they make decisions and how do they give that assurance to the higher ups that actually this is our strategy and it's going to work, and actually that company's still going to be around in a year, and this is going to work long term. We can't move a payments system every year. We can't do that. It's got to work now. It's got to work then. So these are some of the challenges. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, I guess a couple of things onto that. I remember the one of my first kind of jobs working on the customer side. I was helping .com, and they were one of the one of the early adopters of containers back in 2012, 2013 in a large enterprise. And I remember their change team saying, what we need to do as part of the pipeline for deploying containers, we need to write into our traditional monitoring tool to enable and disabling monitor of that container. Because if it goes down, we need to be aware of it, but if someone kills it, we don't care. And they were fudging such a traditional monitoring tool to give them visibility into their containers, because they were just running blind otherwise.
Because these containers really are black holes. Traditional, imagine not knowing what software is running on a server.
Yeah.
I mean, today in a network security product, that's going to happen. It just doesn't happen, right?
Yeah.
So, but with containers and traditional tooling, that is absolutely the case. So it's kind of build it, run it. You don't know where the application is in your cloud, multi-cloud, hybrid cloud deployments. Where is it at any one time? Just because it's there now doesn't mean in 20 seconds' time it's not going to be somewhere else.
Right.
So it really is an issue. If something goes wrong, how do you troubleshoot an issue in a container that disappeared 30 seconds ago and will never ever exist again?